Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to part 3 of our Gor Rok campaign. Just a quick thank you to say thank you so much for all the likes and the comments on the first episode. You guys have enjoyed it, and we had our first cinematic battles last episode as well, which went really well. Really enjoyed recording it, so I'm going to get these out as fast as I can for you. I think we're going to up this series to 2 episodes a week because I was really enjoying making it and playing this campaign. So we're going to dive right in here. At the end of this turn, we have found out that the Sentinels of Zeti have been destroyed, so they are no more. And then we also have the Skink Barrios and Skink Lookouts confirmed as well. Now bear with me a minute, guys. Just let me close my window. Literally the heaviest rain in the world right now. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and then we have some units recruited. So we gave Gor Rok some skink javelins for him to march down into the Great Southern Jungle. And I think that we are, in fact, going to take the mortuary of Zulaka. Is that how you pronounce that? I've absolutely no idea. But we're going to come ahead and take this. And then we're going to move into the Altar of the Great Horned Rat, which is residing around here. We have a mission to take that. We also have River Queveza as well to take, but I think we're going to grab that on the way back through. So we're going to send Gor Rok in kind of a U-shape, a horseshoe here. Let's get him on the move. I think he should be okay with those Saurus units that he has. Yeah, we do have a settlement upgrade available as well. I think this does bolster our garrison by quite a bit if we upgrade one of these towns. Tarsik is going to need some recruits. I think we're going to pull in a couple of Saurus shields for him. I think because we're kind of preparing Kitax for, or Checker for an invasion from Marcus Wolfheart eventually. So we're going to go ahead and do that one first. And let's just have a quick look at our diplomacy here.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we can't really establish any further trade agreements, so we'll end the turn there. We'll see how long it takes. Obviously we have lost Nakai now. The spirit of the jungle has been wiped away in the last episode. But it would have been nice to have Nakai hang around for a little longer. And okay, so we've completed the mission of building a holy ziggurat. That was at Itza. Let's give us 1,000 gold and 6 ancient plaques. So we have a new issue. I'm sure one of the following buildings have been constructed. Shrine of the Old Ones. And we have unlocked the Rite of Awakening. A Slam Mage Priest will become available for recruitment. That's 2,000 gold. I don't think we particularly need that right now. Okay, that would be quite handy to have the gold smelt, but that's going to eat a lot of our budget. And we can build some advanced military stuff right now as well. This will give us the salamanders. I really want to be heading for the Cold One Riders. If I can find out where they come from. Skink Priests. Let's have a look at the building browser here. I think, is it going to be Saurus Scar Veterans, Ripidactyls? Okay, yeah, so here's our Cold One caves. I really want to bring some Cold Ones into the armies here, so we're going to construct that if we can. Cold One caves will give us our cavalry. And then we have some landmarks we can build here as well. Medicinal plants and growth. And then a ton of leadership against Norska, Beastman, Chaos and SKAVEN. plus a bit of untainted for all our characters as well. I think we're gonna leave that slot empty for this turn, and then upgrade that when we can. Croak is leveled up here as well, and I think we're gonna take him. So it's gonna cost -6 winds of magic, and we do have the reserves of 8 now. So let's go for 3. We might be able to get 1 more of those off. And let's go and investigate the mortuary. Search the ruins. Okay, so we have the rubric of the old ones. I do not know how to do these. Not without looking at an online guide. So let's see if we can figure it out. Throughout the world, the old ones left vast troves of power for use by their most trusted servants. To prevent such power falling into the wrong hands, they place wards and cryptographic locks over them. As millennia have passed, these wards have weakened, but the arcane locks remain. To access the treasure, solve the puzzle. Solitude is always desired. Okay. So we have one of each of those symbols on the lock to edit. Okay, I think I'm just going to go for this one. Oh, we did it. Okay. So that gives us Son of Chotek and Treasury. Is that a banner? I think it is a banner, isn't it? Banner gained. Okay, can we give that to Gor Rok? Yeah, okay, so he has it here. Missile resistance increased by 8. That would be super handy. We can say we can't do anything else with him this turn, which is a little unfortunate. I think we're going to give our Croxagor Lord a couple of skink javelins. And we're going to start sending him out west to deal with Clan Mange eventually. These guys want a defensive alliance and payments. Who are they currently fighting with? Clan Pestilence, the Blessed Dread. I'm pretty sure they're either Dark Elves or Vampires. And then Clan Mange as well. Yeah, we'll accept that defensive alliance. We want to be making friends with as many lizards as we can. Improve our relationship and trade agreement with them as well. Units recruited. How long do we have to wait for our cold ones? 2 turns. I wonder if it's worth bringing Gor Rok back to Itza to grab those cavalry. We're going to colonize the mortuary of Sletsla? Slaka? Don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, and right now Gor Rok is the one that's keeping the public order stable. Although this isn't going to give us any public order bonuses. So we may have to bring down another lord. Let's see who's controlling this here. How is the garrison at Kritax? Let's have a look here. We've got Saurus, Javelins, Cold One Cavalry. That garrison should be able to deal with a SKAVEN invasion. So if I can recruit another lord here. Just for someone to keep the public order in this region while Gor Rok continues to march across to the... We'll end the turn and see how the public order stabilises. We may just be able to leave it alone, I'm not too sure. But we definitely will be taking the altar of the Horned Rat today, and some Pestilent have declared war. And they have just angered the entire jungle. I'm not too sure where Clan Pestilence are. We need to make sure that they're not going to be causing us any kind of major problems. We will see. Okay, so we now have +2 rank for Saurus units on recruit. And Tarsik, our Kroxigo Lord, has gained public order +1. Okay, let's have a look at our research now. I definitely want to be going for this right now. +5 melee defense for Saurus. That'll be tremendously helpful. Okay. So if we leave this province, it will revolt. And Gor Rok really does need to replenish his troops, so we're going to send him back to Itza. And we're going down by -7, so that's going to take quite a while to revolt, and Clan Mange are here as well. And they are raiding too. Itza is having some public order issues. Is that because of the corruption? No, we are losing SKAVEN corruption as well. We do have one public order building in here. I think we'll go for the extra growth. And then we're going to pull in next turn. Our cavalry is going to be ready, so we can get Gor Rok some Cord 1 riders, which are basically velociraptors if you didn't know. They are just the coolest looking units. They're asking us to join the war against Clan Mange. We're not quite ready to do that yet. And these guys want us to join the war against the Blue Vipers, and again, I don't really want hordes of orcs coming down from the north. And likewise, I don't want hordes of vampires coming from the east, so these relationships are starting to pull us into some pretty sketchy positions at the moment. Gor Rok has gained +2 public order. That's great news. I'm going to bring him on, and we can now recruit our Cold 1 units. Horned ones are very expensive, wow. Okay, so here we have our Cold 1 Spear Riders and our Cold 1 Riders. So one is anti-large and the other is predatory senses, and I'm guessing they're better against infantry. They do have better weapon strength and melee attack, which is really what we want. And for some reason they are cheaper. We don't have much of the way in anti-large, but I really want my cavalry for flanking, so we're going to go ahead and pick up 3, or well, as many as we can afford, 2 Cold 1 Spear Riders. And then we'll see if that's alright. I really want to do something with this Lord. He does have the Blessed Pterodon Riders, who can fire whilst moving and do have fire damage as well. We'll spawn them into his army. We have unlocked the Rite of Primeval Glory. Summons feral Cold 1 units. That would be rather nice. So I think I'm just going to bring this Lord out up to the border of the Great Northern Jungle and see what we can do. The next turn we're going to set him to ambush stance, and it looks as though this episode is going to be a long one, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. I'm going to try and get a few battles in here as well soon. You know, we're already 15 minutes in and there's been no fights so far, but we're preparing Gor Rok for a march against the SKAVEN. Oh, what was that I just dismissed? The right kind of warrior. Rumours reach you of forces loyal to an ancient enemy. The runiest ones obtaining a vile, corrupted foothold in Lustrian soil. Have you recently instituted a new spawning program, resulting in many new lizard men from the wrong caste? Will you send your depleted armies to institute a fresh spawning of deadly Saurus warriors? Okay, I think I just accidentally clicked on that, which is really annoying. I'm not entirely sure what that would have done. We're going to send Tarsik over here. And we do have the SKAVEN. This is clan mange, isn't it? Okay. And then this is our Crotchskull Lord's first fight. So we are going to fight this and see what he's like in action. It's a pretty easy win, but we'll see what happens. Okay guys, so here we are. This is Tarsik's first battle. We are in some desecrated jungle land here because of the SKAVEN corruption that blights this land. Our blessed Pterodon riders started out in vanguard deployment to try and get some early shots off on these SKAVEN. Got some nice kills here with their fire ammunition. See the warlock in amongst them there. But soon the SKAVEN slingers start battering the Pterodon riders. And it's not worth the casualties as they decide to retreat. There's one last bomb coming in here. Decapitating that SKAVEN, blowing his little body apart. Again, these guys can fire while they're retreating, so they get a few more in. Just picking away at the casualties there as the front line moves forward. They bring in a menace from below, a menace from beneath, whatever it's called, into our Saurus line here as the skink cohorts continue to move forward. And just have a little bit of a skirmish here with the SKAVEN slingers. And here is our mighty lord heading towards the line. Croxagores are so awesome. I'm looking forward to making this guy an absolute tank. Look at that attack there. Big spin of his staff. Takes out multiple SKAVEN. This guy is looking awesome. He then retreats to join the Saurus front line as our Pterodon riders head out to the right with a group of Saurus who get hit by another menace from below. And these guys didn't do too well in this battle. They took a lot of casualties. And you see they're going to come in chain lightning now, which is not fun. Pterodon riders continue to batter these SKAVEN slingers with fire ammunition. And this Saurus line over here deals with the menace from below. And then we have a big, thick line here with Tarsik dealing with this SKAVEN warlock. And our Saurus units just trying to get a flank around this big group of Saurus here. This is where we need Lord Croak to just drop a deliverance of it here, but unfortunately he is currently accompanying Gor Rok. So we've got some of these SKAVEN slingers here at the back that are just volleying their missiles over the trees and into our skink cohort here. Not doing vast amounts of damage, their missile damage is really low. And our skink cohorts not really doing anything at the moment. See, they do flee. When this guy gets the terrifying trait, he will make them flee in their thousands. Meanwhile, on the right, our Pterodon riders are still continuing to batter them. We've lost a few of them now. All their rat bodies crawling all over the Pterodons. Disgusting. See, they just drop their bombs in there. They do have an ability where they can drop bombs over the unit they are currently over. We've got another menace from beneath here because the SKAVEN corruption in this territory is just so high. You can use it just so much. We have a skink cohort here chasing off some SKAVEN. Over here, Tarsik is running to meet a little line of SKAVEN that thinks they can take him on. There it goes. Just awesome. Croxagores are so cool. I'm really looking forward to doing the knockout campaign. These going to deal with them really easily, make swift work of them. There's absolutely no challenge whatsoever for him. He's just throwing their bodies around. Look at that, it's just incredible. Big Proxigor, and then he wipes that unit entirely by himself. Meanwhile, our Saurus units continue to just meet this big block of SKAVEN. And our skink cohort getting involved in the action here as well. We're getting attacked by another group of SKAVEN slingers here. These guys are so annoying, they're fast and they can fire while they're moving. You'll see again Tarsic getting involved in this big group of SKAVEN. He did well in this battle, he got some good kills. It's all experience for him as well to make him even more powerful, and with that, SKAVEN decide to rout. And that is the end of that garrison. So Tarsic's Saurus unit's not quite as effective as Gor Rok's there. Obviously you can see just how much of a difference Gor Rok's buffs are making. Although he came out with some pretty healthy kills. Tarsic got 89 SKAVEN under his belt for his first fight. And then 104 now for Saurus unit there. It was okay. It was kind of a messy battle, but we only lost 87 units in the end. And we wiped out the SKAVEN garrison. Now sacking it would give us 2,717, which would be some really healthy money, so we're going to do that. Now I'm sure Clan Mange have this garrison, have this force here, which is just clan rats and a few with shields and without. We do have another point here now with some that money that we have just gained. Let's level up Tarsic. I think we're going to go for Route Marcher first. And we're going to save him a turn, and then next turn he's going to go back and capture that settlement again for the extra experience. And Nostradamus. Nostradamus, what a name. Hopefully he doesn't start taking our friends' provinces here. And we can actually get some public order going in here right now. Oh, can we? No, we need a level 2 settlement to gain our public order. So in that case, we are going to go for growth. Get the skink foraging camps in there. And then let's prioritise where we want to build here. So I think this would be a good route to go down, and we can start picking up our Dread Saurian units eventually. Let's go for that. And that'll probably give us access to some more researchers as well, some more technologies. Clan Skyer have attacked Zanopek. We are going to enter the war. Clan Skyer are on the island and not too far away from where we will be heading. The Dark Elves would like a peace treaty. Yeah, we'll take that. That's a war that Nakai pulled us into. We have no issue with the Dark Elves right now. We need to really deal with these SKAVEN. And Nostradamus has just used the underway to leave. Someone has claimed the Sword of Cain. Okay, Tarsic can come back now and finish off this settlement. That's a quick auto-resolve. And then we are going to occupy. And that'll give us another level for Tarsic. Predatory Fighter. It's going to give him weapon strength. Let's see what else he can get here. Endurance Aura. This gives melee defense and missile resistance for all allies within the range. Charge bonus on weapon strength. Causes terror. We do really want our Croxagor to cause terror, especially when fighting against these low leadership SKAVEN. I think we're going to go for we're going to make him really tanky, because he does have armor piercing damage. So the stronger he is, the better. And we are now producing Sawyer in the marble quarry. So that's going to be more resources for our trade. And the public order here is crazy. So Tarsik's going to be sat there for a while, I think. Blessed Pterodon Riders did okay in that battle. I'm not a huge fan of the Lizardmen's flying units anyway. Okay, we're going to force march Gor Rok back to the mortuary now. And that's going to end that turn nicely, I think. And we're going to have our research ready here as well. Okay, so it looks as though Clan Mange are getting slammed by the High Elves as well. And Clan Skya have stopped fighting with the Mutineers. So I'm not really looking forward to dealing with Clan Skya. The Dwarves want peace. Yeah, okay. Again, we have no real issue with the Dwarves right now. And there is our extra 5 melee defense for Saurus units. Fantastic. Let's have a look at our next technology research here. So we can either go ahead and grab 5 additional tradable resources produced, or 5%, 5% to industry, and then minus 25% for resource building production. Construction costs. I think we have to go for the weapon strength for Saurus units, really. Okay, Itza's public order is stabilising. Taxes and corruption are causing -8. It's only really our commandment that is stabilising things, so we're definitely going to build up some more public order in the Great Northern Great Jungle. This really needs to be a fortress for us. Okay, so Mark of the Old Ones is also in the same province as Altar of the Horned Rat in the... what was that? The Headhunter's Jungle. I don't want to be on force march here, that would be bad news. Okay, there's going to be SKAVEN at Marks of the Old Ones. Can almost guarantee it. We want to make sure that Tarsik as well, that he doesn't get overrun by Clan Mange over by himself there. We may bring him back into the Northern Great Jungle to recruit some more troops. Mission successful. Ancient plaques and treasury for building one of those buildings. We now need to recruit a hero. Weapon damage for all armies. That is going to be very useful for right now. Let's see, can we recruit a hero here? Or are we missing the buildings? Yeah, we are. So we need Pools of the Braves, Temple Guard Barracks, or Shrine of the Old Ones. Okay. So we'll start looking towards those agent buildings when we can. It looks as though the High Elves here... What is our relationship with the Order of Lawmasters? It is improving. I'm going to sign a non-aggression pact with you guys. Of course they don't want to. See, this is still going for -8. I think we're going to have to delete this. We need to build some growth buildings here to secure this province. We can always rebuild it again later. Let's bring Gor Rok into Marks of the Old Ones now. SKAVEN revealed. I'm guessing this is a new SKAVEN clan. Clan Spittle. And they do have Clan Eshin in their ranks as well. Okay, and they do have a considerable force here at Marks of the Old Ones. They've got a lot of SKAVEN. Balance of power bar is really in our favour, but we're going to fight this anyway. It's always nice to see Gor Rok in action. Okay guys, this is the big battle of the episode. The SKAVEN have decided to take a hugely wide line in these disgusting SKAVEN underbarrows that litter the jungle. So we're now just moving the Saurus line. We do have our Cold One Riders here who are coming back in. I decided to leave them behind the army just so they could deal with any menace from beneath that's spawning to try and disrupt the march. Let's get a good look at these guys. Saurus units on Velociraptors. Have you ever seen anything so cool? And there we go, just as I was predicting. A menace from beneath tries to disrupt the Saurus units, and the Cold Ones will be on them in a matter of fact. You see here, I'm just breaking my line up into kind of 4 distinct lines that will meet the SKAVEN head on. So they're coming over to the left here as well. And then into the middle. Middle again, and then on the right flank. Yeah, I was breaking up. Now Cold Ones here are about to get a big old charge into these SKAVEN. See, they're already losing mad leadership. And then Gor Rok here is leading in the middle of the line as they get their attack order. Cold Ones absolutely wrecking menace from beneath, routing them almost immediately. Another menace from beneath comes in here behind our skink cohort, to which Croak and a spare skink cohort also come in to meet them head on as well. So the lines are clashing now. We are going to get a chain lightning off on our Saurus as well. It's not a direct hit. So here's Gor Rok coming in to meet the 2 SKAVEN warlocks head on in battle. So there's multiple fronts here now. We're on the left, 2 in the middle, and then over on the right as well. Now Cold One Riders begin to flank around. It's a big line of Saurus here. So here we have the first deliverance of Itza coming in now. Just as they cast Chain Lightning. Oh, look at that. Clearing the entire line of SKAVEN almost immediately. Leaving a thin line, and our Saurus just absolutely covered in blood. Our skink cohorts continue to get some shots away. We've got a big group of SKAVEN here as well. And then our Cold Ones continue to deal with the menace from below. On the right side of the battle here. We've got another deliverance of Itza coming in now. Just to clear up this left flank. That was only a level 2, I believe, maybe level 1. It wasn't that big there. Perhaps it would have been wise to drop the deliverance of Itza here. And again, we had another menace from beneath spawn in here. We just sent our Cold One Riders in. They were looking awesome. Giving those SKAVEN the attack in the rear debuff before the Cold Ones retreat, and will eventually start flanking around to deal with the slingers that are hanging around in the trees at the back. There's another deliverance of Itza coming in here to stop these reinforcements coming in to bolstering this Saurus line and Gor Rok. Again, our Saurus warriors here just continue to chase down those slingers as the left flank breaks entirely, allowing our Saurus units to come around and flank. And our Cold One Riders now start that flanking manoeuvre to go and take out those slingers while this Saurus line continues to hold. Start to flank around these SKAVEN now. Gor Rok is in here somewhere. Yeah, here he is. So he's also using his buff as well. It gives him huge melee attack and melee defense bonuses. And another deliverance of Itza coming in here to get rid of that SKAVEN warlock who was causing us quite a bit of grief. Our skink cohort javelins getting in a few shots here. all the javelins in the ground and in the backs of the SKAVEN as they flee away and are relentlessly pursued by our Saurus units who retreat back into the fight to get a flank on this little bulk around here. These guys are continuing to clear up. You can see this bulk of the SKAVEN army now has just fallen apart. Our Cold One Riders have completed their flank and have come in and grabbed a lot of these SKAVEN skirmishers that are trying to flee the battle. More Saurus as well. They can't quite keep up with the SKAVEN. They are just fast little buggers and they can run away. And then with that flanking manoeuvre to get rid of their skirmishers, the SKAVEN do start to flee back into the tunnels from whence they came. The battlefield littered by bodies. And then again our huge Saurus line here. Just aggressively pursuing them. And then with that we had a very decisive victory, with Lord Croak getting a few kills. And we're just running them down here now. So another decisive victory there for Gor Rok, losing only 276 of his mighty Saurus units. Again, Lord Croak racking up another 540 kills. Cold One Riders did really well, really glad we brought those guys in. 106 and 146 kills on both of them. Again, some of those Saurus warriors getting into 233 kills. 239. That was a really messy battle. The SKAVEN played a really long line. It took some reorganising of the front line there. They managed to do it. Sacking again would give us so much money. We're going to do that, I think. We've killed one of their enemies. And we have gained Red Crested Skink Regiment of Renown. And Gor Rok has got income from sacking settlements plus 3%. We also complete killing 2,500 enemies in battle. And we have now, for the Shield of Aeon's quest, to perform the Rite of Resilience. Which would probably be a good chance to do that now, really. Now we're fighting again. Okay, I do want to get him lightning strike still. So I think we're going to go for the Fervent, and then we'll be able to get Draft Master next turn, and then Lightning Strike after that. Which will be as far as we go down that route. Lord Croak was also leveled up again. An enemy wins a magic reserve -15 for the local region. That might be really useful whilst we're fighting SKAVEN. But I really want to get these guys leveled up. So we'll go for Deliverance of 2. And then we do have some upgrades available. Saurus Garrison at Quetzal or at Chaka would be very useful. Upgrading this would also be good. I think we're going to go for the Gold Smelter. And then let's upgrade this. Does improve the garrison greatly, so we're going to go for that. This area is still waiting to be demolished. I think with that now we can end our turn. So the reason that we're sacking settlements with Gor Rok and our other armies is to get experience for our lords, because that's really important to get them as powerful as they possibly can be. Clan Spittle are bringing out another full stack here, and a Doom Engineer. So they're going to come and try and reinforce Mark of the Old Ones here. So Gor Rok is going to have to make something of a stand here. Okay, if we kill 500 enemies in battle, we are going to get 3 Blessed Saurus Warriors. We definitely want those in Gor Rok's army. This will be an easy auto resolve against the garrison. And then we're going to occupy this time. Oh, there we go. There are the 3 Blessed Saurus Warriors with shields. Okay, so let's have a look at them. We compare them to our normal Saurus with shield. They have more leadership, less melee attack, more melee defense, but I'm guessing that's because... Oh no, okay. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and grab those. Let's grab 3 of our Saurus units here and disband them. Actually, we only need to disband 2 of them. And then we're going to replace them with 3 Blessed Saurus with shield. So these guys will be super tanky. See, look at their weapon strength, man, that's crazy. Melee attack 45, the melee attack is going to rise as well, I think. No, their weapon strength is going to go up even more with that next technology. Gor Rok has leveled up again here. Draftmaster, let's definitely get that in. That's going to increase his recruitment capacity for if we lose any. And then we're going to remove this as well. And it looks as though they're going to be sending a full stack of SKAVEN over to meet Gor Rok at the settlement. The temple, the mortuary is finally upgraded now. And again, we are running rather low on income right now. So I think we're going to go for the extra build spot. We'll build the Holy Ziggurat at Ketza. And then after that we are going to look to build some income themed buildings. Tartic has leveled up again. Obedience brings victory. What's the leadership like in his Saurus? Leadership's pretty good. But I think for the minute we're just gonna keep beefing him up. It looks as though he is gonna have to fight a rebellion at some point here. I'll tell you what, actually, I think maybe we should cancel that at Ketza and then come back here and build some kind of growth, just so we can get these settlements built up. Yeah, Tarsic will be remaining there for the foreseeable. It's in the turn here, and then we're probably going to call it a day there. This episode is getting quite long. If you are enjoying these episodes, a like on the video is very much appreciated. And if we can get a few likes, maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 likes on this video, the next part we'll do an hour special. If this isn't an hour already, because I still need to put the battles into this yet, so hopefully you guys enjoy the longer episodes anyway. I know I certainly do. Okay, so a tainted bounty. The delving of your industrious skinks brings to light an ancient metal ore. Could this substance have been brought to the world by the old ones themselves? When subjected to your advanced weaponsmithing process, the ore makes highly effective arrowheads and javelin points. However, once you start to use them, some of your usually hard Saurus warriors fall ill, raising questions over its safety and whether it's planted deliberately by the enemies of the Great Plan. Will you continue to use it? Okay, so we have 25 plus ammunition and missile damage. to all armies. But it does give us SKAVEN corruption +1. We're going to accept that. That missile damage will be incredibly useful. Okay, so we are now rocking at 21 income, which is really bad. We definitely need to build up our cities here and get some resource buildings constructed. Mark of the Old Ones is also available. Again, you need growth. And it looks as though, yeah, they have retreated now. So Gor Rok is free to take the Altar of the Horned Rat. We're going to march him over there. Don't want to give the SKAVEN any chance of fighting. We have a mission to take Altar of the Horned Rat as well, so that's going to give us a little boost to our income, which will be nice. And we have just encountered the Cult of Sotek. What do you wish for us? Just for joining the war against the Vampire Coast? No. We're not going to deal with the vampires just yet. We will head up with Gor Rok around the coast to wipe them away eventually, but for right now. Okay, so Itza is being raided by these guys. And because of that, we are actually losing money. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, here we go. And this is going to be a capital siege, but we are going to leave the episode there, guys. How about that for a cliffhanger? Thanks very much for watching the episode. If you did like it, then please leave a like on the video. And next time we will be taking Gor Rok into the Battle of the Altar of the Horned Rat, where the odds are against us, and we have thousands of SKAVEN to fight against. But I'm sure our Saurus legions will be able to handle it. So don't forget to tune in next time, guys, where we will start off with Gor Rok and the Battle of the Altar of the Horned Rat.